All right, so this is my super secret trick on how to get your lawnmower started that's been sitting all winter. Hey y'all, thanks for tuning back into Chickanic. I hope everybody's having a great week. Man, it snowed 4 inches here 2 days ago, and today it is 60 and beautiful, which makes us know spring is right around the corner. So it's time to pull those push mowers out. And guys, I am just like everybody else. If I'm not using it, I am not thinking about it. So mine has been collecting dust in the backyard. We're gonna go over it. Don't go anywhere because there's lots of things that you need to check before you go starting it to make sure to keep you out of the repair shop this spring and save you some time, money, and frustration in the future. But before we jump into today's video, if you're a fan of saving time, money, and frustration while fixing your own small engine equipment while watching in-depth repair videos, you've come to the right place because that's what I do. I upload a couple times a week, and if that sounds interesting, hit that like button, smash that subscribe, don't forget to hit the notification bell, and please leave a comment. I love to read through the comments, and I will reply to all the early commenters. All right, here she is, guys. Everybody's got one. They sold at Lowe's for a certain price point. You can get a push mower Troy-Bilt for about $200 in the past, few years, but now they have gone up to $269. Yeah, and that's the cheapest I found it so far. So all those mowers that we thought were, throwaways, they are not throwaways anymore. We called them junk, but now that's junk we have to fix. So let's go over some of the things that I know automatically right off the bat is wrong with this thing. I made this one, sort of YouTube famous last year with some of my videos, cleaning it out, changing the blade, replacing the cable. Well, from letting it sit, you can already tell that that cable is locked up again. Now, we don't want to break it. You don't want to force it. And I tell people this all the time, that you will just break it if you keep pulling it. You could break this little prong right here, or the cable itself. We're going to lube it up. I cannot stress how important lube is on these cables, even throughout the year. Go ahead and lube it up, because I don't know where you live at, but here in Arkansas, we have tons of humidity, which makes, everything get stuck and rust. So yeah, let's lube it up. All right, so just so y'all can see better, I'm going to remove the shroud off the top. I've removed the 3 bolts holding it on, which is either 8mm or 5/16 heads. And just so you know what the cable actually does, when it comes down here to the engine, it actually is attached to a lever that touches the kill wire and also a brake against your flywheel, so it won't turn. And whenever you do compress the cable, it will release the brake and the kill, so you can start it up. But right now mine is super stuck. You can see when I pull it, that's as far as it goes. So we don't want to pull any harder. We want to get this lubed up to where it's free flowing. So I'm going to pull out some old trusty 3-in-1 oil. I'm going to go ahead and put some down the hole where my cable goes right here. And I'm also going to put some at the end, and hopefully we can get this, worked back and forth very slowly to get this loosened up. All right, so I think that worked pretty well. You can see now I'm going at it really slow. And the more I do it, the easier it gets. And it is good to go. And if your cable's broke and you need to see how to replace it, I will leave a link right up here on showing you how to do that. All right, let's do a quick check of the blade and the blade adapter. While we're at it, a lot of you always ask what tools I use. I love my WERA, my straight nut driver. This is my 8mm. I keep a 10 also. They're just awesome. And then my multi-tool kit here is WERA, and I love it. It articulates in different angles. It's awesome. So it's WERA. I will leave a link in the description box below if you'd like to get some. Well, it looks like I barely used it, maybe a couple times after I did the video on how to replace your blade adapter if you break your nipples off. So blade still looks good. What you want to pay attention to is if it's still lined up on your blade adapter correctly, and that this washer has these nipples here that go through the blade. Make sure that they're all straightened out and that your blade's not bent. But looks good to go. If you do need to change out your blade and blade adapter, I will leave a link up here to show you how to do that. Let's go ahead and check our oil. And still looks pretty decent. We're gonna make sure we still have a good amount. Yeah, I'm even a little fuller than I need to be, but that's good. I know it's weird, but at this point you will want to smell your oil and see if it smells like gasoline. If it does, sometimes when the machines sit, the carburetor needle will not shut the fuel off correctly and it'll leak gas through the carburetor, through the cylinder and into the crankcase. So you'll have to change your oil out, but mine smells good. All right, we're also gonna go ahead and pull the air filter. These are the worst about getting dirty. I don't know what they did with this design, but they're always disgusting. Usually they're black when the customer brings one in for repair. And of course, instead of the foam filters, these bad boys are like $13 and they've probably gone up this year. So I'm just gonna go with this one right now while we see if it's gonna start. All right, now, did I leave fuel in it? Yes. Yes, I left fuel in it. Oh. Let's do a smell test. Well, it could be worse, but it's not perfect. We're gonna try to start it anyways. All right, so I ain't gonna lie, it does have fuel in it from last October, but I do treat my fuel, and like I said, it sort of smells funky, but I've definitely smelled worse, so we're gonna go ahead and try to start it. So this is my super secret trick on how to get your lawnmower started that's been sitting all winter. Now, many times the reason that your lawnmower isn't starting is because it's not getting any fuel, because when it sits for a period of time, the needle tip might swell a little bit, or the seat might swell a little bit, and the needle's not releasing to actually let any gas flow through in the first place. So what I do is I pick up the whole rear end of the mower straight up into the air, maybe jiggle it just a little bit and set it back down. What that does is it makes the float go off kilter just enough to let the needle come up and hopefully jar it loose if it is stuck and let some fuel go through into the cylinder and get you started. I got extremely lucky with that one. It started right up. That pickup in the RPMs that you heard, that's actually just from it sitting, the governor sticking for just a second before it actually had the oil pressure to kick on. And so it actually got right back to the perfect RPM, and I'm very happy because I have two mowers and I don't need two mowers anymore. And with the price of mowers, especially these going for $269, I think I could definitely throw this out front of the shop and probably get $150 out of it. So I'm gonna clean it up and try to sell it. All right, so I'm super excited about that. I know I will definitely be able to probably sell that one Monday morning as soon as it hits the front of the shop. If you go to try to start your mower and it does not start, or it starts and dies, you might want to just try to replace the fuel first. If not, I made a video. You can get to the link right up here on how to fix your mower in 10 minutes with a $13 part. That will show you exactly how to tear it all apart, get inside your carburetor, change out the jet if you want to, or you can just try to clean it out. Now, if you want to be, for sure 100%, you can get a new jet. I have a link in the description box below on that video. Also, I have links below this video of all the videos that reference the same mower and the same carburetor and the same kind of pull rope assembly and everything. Anything that you need to fix on this mower, I got links in the description box below to tell you how to fix it. So hopefully it'll save you some time, money, and frustration in the future. Thanks again for tuning in to Chickanic. If you haven't found us on Facebook yet, find us at facebook.com/Chickanic. Find us on Instagram at The Real Chickanic, where I post things I do not show on other social media. Also, you can find us at Chickanic.com, where I have a merchandise store where I sell t-shirts, long sleeve shirts, and hoodies. Thanks again. Have a great day.